Oh boy. You guys, I'm not a good singer, but hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. In other words, that means that the Phoenix Suns lost to the Charlotte Hornets tonight. I think the final score was like 115 to 104. It doesn't matter. Don't let the final score fool you. And I'm not going to sit here and talk about the game. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. I do have some like bullet points here, so I don't really forget what I'm talking about. But this is just going to be a good old rant video. You guys know me. And if you're new to the channel, this is who I am. This is Suns Geek. I have been a Phoenix Suns fan for as long as I can remember. I love the Phoenix Suns. I'll be the first to admit that I am very biased and delusional when it comes to my Phoenix Suns. I'm a homer. I honestly do not know what to say at this point. And you're going to hear me say that a lot, in this video and for the foreseeable future. The Phoenix Suns are so far down the standings. They are 16 wins and 19 losses. They are 16 and 19. They're 2-8 in their last 10. They're 4-11 in their last 15 games. One of the most expensive rosters ever, if not the most expensive roster in NBA history, is 16 and 19.
Bruh.
I read an article on Arizona Sports, and the headline, I think, just sums up the Suns season so perfectly. And the title of the article is New Lineup, Same Vibes. Suns hit new low in loss to Hornets. Does that not like sum up our season in a nutshell pretty much? You guys, I've said this before, and I'm going to continue to say it because I really do mean it. I think it's extremely unlikely that the Phoenix Suns blow it up or do a strong retool, rebuild at the trade deadline. I think it's extremely unlikely. But I think this offseason, a rebuild, a retool, whatever you want to call it, blow it up as some fans want. Some fans want to blow it up. I think that needs to be a serious conversation. All three of those things, a rebuild or a very, very strong retool around Devin Booker, because you're not trading Devin Booker, or just a full-on blow it up, start over. I think those three conversations, along with a lot of other very important and serious conversations, need to be had this offseason. I think Matt Ishbia, CEO Josh Bartelstein, all the assistant GMs, and all the other front office people, maybe James Jones if he's still there. I think they all need to sit down, put their heads together, and have a lot of serious conversations. Because if this loss wasn't the loss that wakes up, Matt Ishbia, our owner, and James Jones, our GM, I don't know what loss will. And speaking of that, I remember last season, I was so biased and so delusional and so optimistic and so positive. I was like, yeah, the Suns can turn this around. We can be a true threat in the playoffs, blah, blah, blah. It took me till like April, I think, to kind of wake up and realize the Suns weren't going to win a championship, last season. And as I mentioned earlier in this video, it's January 7th when I'm recording this. I think tonight was the night that I realized that even if the Suns can turn things around, and more on that later, we're not winning a championship. I don't know if a Jimmy Butler trade fixes this. I don't know if the Suns should even trade for Jimmy Butler. I don't know if trading Yusuf Nurkic and Bradley Beal, fixes this. Let's just say Jimmy Butler wasn't involved in these like trade rumors and stuff. Even and let's just say, let's pretend Jimmy's out of the conversation. I still don't know if trading Bradley Beal and Yusuf Nurkic fixes this. I really don't. And then, as I mentioned before, and I know I sound crazy, yes, the Suns can still turn things around.
What?
I think it's unlikely that it would lead to long-term like playoff success, like going far into the playoffs. I was texting a couple friends, and I'm like, we're so far down the standings that like we may not even, I'm not saying we're not going to make the playoffs, but like we're going to be a very low seed going into the playoffs, at least as of right now. There's like 48 games or 47 games left or whatever. It's not looking good, Suns fans. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say. You know, I wish that I was bringing you more energy and more positivity and more optimism, because you guys know me, I'm Suns geek. I love to do that. I do that for you guys. And to be honest with you all, whether you're a first-time viewer or a long-time viewer, I did this video strictly for you guys. I try to stay away from like clickbait videos and all of that, but as my friend So Says Jay said, it's less clickbait and more of a simple reality. Like, I am losing hope in this Phoenix Suns team this season. Obviously, I'm going to remain one of the biggest Phoenix Suns fans. I'm going to watch every single game, but it is hard to have hope and faith in this Phoenix Suns team right now. Again, if you are James Jones, the general manager of this team, and you are Matt Ishbia, the owner of this team, and all the other front office executives and all those other people behind the scenes, and you see this loss, if they're all thinking, oh, you know, we're good, it was just a bad night, you know, we can figure it out, I don't know what to tell those people. I hope that this was the loss that wakes them all up and says we need to make some major changes. It's really that simple. I can't predict the future, and neither can you. Yes, I'm still going to be biased and delusional about my Phoenix Suns, that they can turn things around, but serious changes need to be made now, before or at the deadline, and serious changes need to be made this offseason. There needs to be some serious conversations about the future of this franchise. So I want to read you guys a couple of tweets from two of my favorite follows on Twitter. The first one is from my friend Flex from Jersey, who simply put, quote, "This might be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Something needs to happen really soon. I know the Suns are extremely active on multiple fronts, but it might be time to shake things up and do it now. This is a very bad loss. There's no other way to put it." And then at AZ Sports Zone did a temperature check, and he said, "Curious where Suns fans stand here on January 7th, 2025. And I'm going to kind of end the video on this so you guys can get active in the comments. What should the Phoenix Suns do? Should they go all in, you know, for Jimmy Butler, et cetera, et cetera? Should they retool, reset around Devin Booker? Not rebuild, retool, reset around Devin Booker. Or should they blow it up, which means trade Kevin Durant, trade Devin Booker, et cetera, et cetera? Or should they make moves on the margins? You are the GM of the Phoenix Suns as of right now. What would you do? Get active in the comments, Suns fans, and let me know. And again, you guys, I love you guys. I literally made this video for you guys because something had to be said. I had to make some kind of a video. So thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry I'm so like down in the dumps and so negative. I wish I had more energy and positivity and enthusiasm, but it's really hard when you lose to the Charlotte Hornets, who, by the way, were like on a 10-game losing streak. So just wanted to make this video. I hope the Phoenix Suns can turn it around and figure it out. I still believe in Matt Ishbia. I love the Phoenix Suns for life, because you guys already know the drill. Win or lose, Phoenix Suns for life. I love you guys. God bless. Peace out. And go Suns.
What's up, Suns?